The dangerous world of Omegle. Now, I have a question to you guys. How many of you guys use Omegle in chat? I just kind of want to know. It seems like I didn't know how many people used Omegle until now. No, hell no. Omegle. Last time I went on, a guy spread something for me. Man, yeah, the amount of pure sheer you see just from opening Omegle is astonishing. Is it not crazy? That's a guaranteed thing. Every time you open Omegle, you get jump scared by instantly. I'm off topic, okay? All I know about Omegle is the easiest website to get anything taken from you. Bro, you get doxxed instantly when you go on Omegle. And people really don't talk about it. I don't know if it's still a thing, but people used to upload videos where they just say people's names as a joke and scare them. Yeah, people still do them. What the hell? People still do this? I don't know if people still do this. Telling people their name, prank on Omegle, hacking into Omegle calls. Oh my god. I want to see the dangerous side of it.
Haley Shell's family directly blames that website for linking their daughter up with this man who they say then lured her to run away from home.
I was consistently being forced to do things that a child should not have to do.
Wow.
For many of us, one of the toughest...
Okay. I don't mean to keep pausing. I swear this is the last time I'm gonna pause it. But that's such a scary thing too, because people don't realize how much that happens. It's not even Omegle now. It's Discord. Bro, kids be getting tricked and stuff like that because a grown-ass man will have a kawaii anime profile picture and whatnot and they'll be like, yeah, let's meet up. Let's do this and that. And they'll end up getting tricked. And it's just sad. What do you expect from Discord? That's true.
Things to do in real life is to meet new people. Have you ever wanted to talk to someone so bad, but you just couldn't muster up the courage to say hi? I know I have. But websites like Omegle make it so easy. Omegle is a video chat platform that randomly pairs two strangers together to talk face to face.
Oh my god, Speed. This man's Speed will get doxxed so many times when he was on Omegle. I remember. And there would be times where he was like, oh my god, you post videos like, oh my god, I can't stream, my IP got stolen. My IP got stolen. I don't think this happens to him anymore, but it's just so funny to me.
Instead of traveling hundreds of miles, someone halfway across the world is waiting on the other side of your screen. With over 60 million monthly users in 2021, this app is popular. But the problem is, Omegle isn't like most websites. You barely need to go through any verification to use the site. I kid you not, I tried going on Omegle. I literally clicked 2 buttons and right away I was talking with a stranger. And convenience like this comes at a cost. Your safety. Warning, use Omegle at your own risk.
I mean, to be fair, that's kind of every app. You can literally talk about, somebody said, what about Cornhub? Yeah, you literally go on any corn website, it just asks you, like, are you 18, yes or no? You click yes, and they're like, well, this person must not be lying. This person must not be lying. They clicked 18. Yes, they clicked yes, so they're not lying. So guess what I just learned, guys? 87% of you guys are not subscribed. That's like the biggest number out of any other YouTube I've ever seen. So do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. On the real though, like, please subscribe. I need to feed me and my family and my editor, so please do.
How would you feel if someone you've never met before told you where you live?
Are you from Paris?
Oh my god. Can you stop?
Please do not use Omegle. It is not safe.
That's terrifying.
YouTubers like Justin Schmidt.
But like, all it takes is a VPN, right? I'm gonna stop pausing, but all it takes is a simple VPN, even a trash VPN. That's all it really takes.
Like in millions of views by doing just that on Omegle.
Damn,
every time you go on Omegle, your location is exposed. This is because the site uses peer-to-peer connection, which means that the person you're talking to has access to your IP address, which is a string of numbers that shows the address of your device. Someone who has your IP can easily track your movements in real life. All they need to do is copy your IP address and paste it on any geolocation website, and just like that, they know the area you live in. There's even a Google Chrome.
To be fair, I've done that before my IP, and it's inaccurate. Like with the public IP, if y'all search up right now, what's my IP? It gives you an inaccurate location. Like it's in my state, but it wasn't near me. It wasn't my exact address.
Extension specifically made to find people's locations on Omegle, and there are over 200,000 people using it. Of course, Omegle isn't the only site to track IP addresses. Many other websites track them as well, but the difference is most websites don't publicly expose their users' IPs. And with 30,000 active...
I hate to keep pausing this, but most websites do. Like there's literally that whole case with TikTok or whatever, the US government's scared they're selling data to China. Every social media does it. They be selling our data. They be taking public data and selling it.
Users at any given time, you're at risk of someone finding out the area you live in. And if you become a target, they could even find out your exact location. But exposing your location is only the tip of
oh wait, if they get your exact IP, yeah.
the iceberg. The messages you send to other people on Omegle are not private. These messages are stored within Omegle's database. And the worst part, anyone can access them. In August of 2016, Indrajit Buwan, a security consultant who helped uncover the flaws in WhatsApp and Samsung, wanted to show the world how Omegle handles your privacy. He found that Omegle saves screenshots of your messages in their database, which can be retrieved by anyone. All Buwan had to do—
What the f— Oh, that's bad, that's bad. I don't think there's a lot of apps that are— Is there any apps that do that?
Was write a simple programming script, and anyone who uses it could download these screenshots. Many Omegle users type their phone numbers in the chat box to connect with a person outside of the website. But as you'll see, this is a big mistake. It's mind-blowing to see how lax Omegle is with their security, but it only gets worse. The site promises two strangers to talk together, but what if there's a third person listening to your conversation without you even knowing? My friend I Am Lucid intercepted real Omegle calls.
Is that okay?
What's terrifying?
What's wrong?
What the fuck's happening?
I'm scared.
And you don't even need to be a hacker to join these conversations. Anyone with a streaming software like OBS can hijack your calls. And it's fine when YouTubers do this for entertainment, but there's
What?
nothing
So
stopping—
they just end the calls? How did they get there? How does that even make any sense? This is why I don't do this technology shit. They just like randomly just— it's supposed to be two people. How's that possible?
someone shady from listening into your Omegle conversation. And when you consider the fact that thousands of children use Omegle every day, it's a disaster waiting to happen. It's clear that Omegle has a lack of security. The sheer amount of inappropriate content you can find is proof of that. But that's not the only danger lurking on Omegle. As you'll see in our next chapter, there's an entire community dedicated to bullying others. The hateful Catboy. On April 29th, 2019, YouTuber It's Keisha uploaded a video of her experience using Omegle, and it wasn't a good one. Thousands of people just like It's Keisha get thrown insults on the platform every day. They go on Omegle as a form of escape, only to find—
Oh my god, if I go on Omegle, I'm expecting— Look, there's two places I expect to be called, I guess, the N-word, any type of crazy shit. It's either gonna be a COD lobby or Omegle. No other place. What about Valorant? Okay, look, y'all get what I mean though.
Opposite. Horrible people are everywhere on the internet, but on Omegle, many of these people record their interactions for everyone to see. In It's Keisha's video, something about one of her encounters really stood out to me.
We have option Jew, option Aryan, and option. Where is the
I told you, I was expecting the N-word to be dropped.
coming down, boys?
The man in the corner of the screen is TB, known online as Catboy Cammy. Catboy Cammy started off by making prank videos. His popularity skyrocketed when clips of his disgusting behavior on Omegle went viral. He's
Oh my god. I was expecting, I was expecting like a Nazi thing or something along those lines, or maybe a blackface. I wasn't suspecting this. What the this is all educational purposes only, by the way, Twitch and everything. Oh my god.
infamous for wearing blackface while—
Oh my god, I called it. I called it. Why did I call it right before it happened? Oh my god. Oh. So this nigga's just casually cosplaying stereotypes? I was suspecting that. I thought it was gonna be the first one.
Chatting with strangers on Omegle. The Catboy isn't afraid of sharing his vulgar humor with the kids he meets online.
And you can bet, I bet a TikTok clip was posted, and you know the kids were like,
W Ohio meme. Oh my god, WW.
whatever the his name is, Catboy.
His audience loves it. As you can see from It's Keisha's video, Catboy Cammy was streaming his side of the encounter. Hundreds of people in his chat were actively participating.
Hold on. Nigga, is that YouTube? Is that YouTube? What? YouTube, what the f— There's no way he's still on YouTube. There's no way he's still on YouTube. Yeah, it's been banned. You know YouTube would not allow this.
Catboy Cammy was streaming his side of the encounter. Hundreds of people in his chat were actively participating in his game that he played with her. It's just insane to me to see how many people support this guy. Catboy Cammy created a community of like-minded people. These types of creators are banned on YouTube, so they moved to other video sharing platforms like BitChute. If you type in Omegle on BitChute's search bar, you'll find a ton of these videos.
So this isn't even what the has anybody in chat ever heard of BitChute? I thought Rumble was bad for being like, what is a BitChute? That sounds like a foreign gum brand. BitChute. Nobody, literally, there hasn't been one person. I didn't see a single person.
The Catboy may have gotten away with his actions this time, but on Omegle, the things you do can have very real consequences. And in this next chapter, this person made a big mistake and it was recorded for everyone to see. Okay. Michael's terrible mistake.
Okay.
Before we talk about Michael's mistake, many Omegle regulars go on the site fully aware that they'll see something inappropriate. And after months of being on the site, they get used to seeing these disgusting things.
That's true.
Sometimes to the point that they start to do them too. Michael was just 18 when the 2020 event swept the world. With isolation at an all-time high, he craved social interaction. Like many others, he would turn to Omegle to satisfy this need. And thanks to these difficult times, Omegle would become more popular than ever. It would be the meeting place for thousands of people just like Michael. Michael started off just chatting with strangers, but soon started to do...
this is why you have something called friends, where you don't need to just go on Omegle to meet random niggas, and the chance of meeting an online friend, you're not gonna meet one. You're gonna see a couple of things. The first thing you're gonna see out of 10 videos is a solid 5 cocks. The other 3 is gonna be some racist mofos calling you anything. Other person might be a little chill person, but they're gonna skip your ass because you get skipped like hell on Omegle. And the last person's just gonna be a sort of genuine person, but you're gonna have a decent talk and then they're gonna skip you and you're gonna end up lonely. That's how it goes.
More than that. What was once his need for human interaction turned into a desire for something more intimate. Michael came across many people on Omegle doing inappropriate things, and he started to do things too. Michael would actively look for others who would do it with him. It was the closest thing he could get to intimacy with another person. But as isolation lessened and life returned to normal, Michael quit Omegle. But he didn't realize that his time on Omegle was a big mistake. After a year since his last visit, Michael visited Omegle again. But out of all the people he could be matched with, he matched with himself. What does this mean exactly? Basically, Michael matched with someone who was playing a video on screen. A video of Michael himself doing inappropriate things. For over a year, someone had been using a recording of Michael to trick others into doing inappropriate acts too. While the video of Michael plays, the imposter posing as him would encourage the stranger to join in on the fun. Video recordings like these are known as VCWs.
If I ever open an app and see a recording of myself and somebody typing in, oh my god, pull it out, just pull it out in my name, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't even know what I would do.
VCW basically is a program that has recorded footage of someone on webcam. This program has buttons to manipulate.
That's the worst shit ever. Still to this day, every time the stream ends, I cover my camera. And I have a pretty decent sized camera. I covered it with a cloth. I'm scared of this ever getting a recording snapped on me or whatever.
The person in the video acts. If a stranger on Omegle asks the VCW to wave their hand, there's a wave button. If they want you to give a thumbs up, you press the thumbs up. By having these actions on standby, it's a lot easier for the VCW user to trick unsuspecting people.
Nah.
On standby, it's a lot.
A whole AI? This looks like 2012 COD hacks with the goddamn mod menus. They got a whole wave, peace sign, thumbs up, heart, blow a kiss, touch nose, big smile, sure. Suck on finger. And the worst part is, some of you down bad niggas would definitely fall for this.
A lot easier for the VCW user to trick unsuspecting people to do inappropriate acts. And someone created a VCW of Michael. So why would anyone do this? By using VCWs, scammers can secretly record videos of Omegle users and possibly use it as content on websites made for adults. Even experienced Omegle users can fall for tricks like these. But that isn't the worst part about Omegle, because we still have to talk about the site's most vulnerable audience. Children. I shouldn't have trusted you. In order to use Omegle, you have to take
before he says anything about children in this next section, to be fair, I'm gonna play devil's advocate children shouldn't be on that app. I don't even think that's playing devil's advocate. Children shouldn't be on the app. Their parents should be parenting them to make sure they are not on the app. At the same time, that doesn't excuse the shit that goes on in Omegle and they don't do anything.
A checkbox that says
Should
you're
be 18 plus.
or
It is.
older. So you tick
Oh, and the 18 plus. Look, it's literally our age restrictions have changed. You must be 18 or older.
the checkbox. Congratulations, you're now an adult. And if anything
Is
bad
that 10
happens to you
plus?
on the site, they make it clear that it's not Omegle's fault. But in reality, these restrictions do absolutely nothing to stop children from joining. Thousands of kids go on Omegle every day, one of them being a young girl who we'll call AM. In 2014, AM first discovered Omegle during a sleepover with her friends. After a few of these Omegle sessions with her friends, AM eventually felt comfortable enough to go on the site alone. On her first Omegle session alone, she met a man who was much older than her. After chatting with him for 15 minutes, AM was convinced that she made a friend. This friend promised to help AM become a better person. They traded contact information and started texting each other. First, AM's friend asked her to send him a picture of her smiling. And after they grew more comfortable with each other, it turned into him asking for other types of photos. Within 2 weeks,
I'm not even gonna say anything about the scenario because I already know it's gonna get bad, but guys, please just don't be that oblivious to things. That's all I'm gonna say. Most of y'all know, even if you're in Discords or whatnot and some weirdos messaging you, you know. Even I knew when I was younger, but I be forgetting. People just don't know.
AM has completely fallen into the
Even
spell
Discord
of
is
this
better?
criminal named Ryan. Ryan convinced AM that he was doing this for her healing, that sending him these pictures is part of his promise to help her become a better
it's
person.
blackmail.
Ryan explained that he wasn't forcing her to send him photos, but if she stopped, he would send her photos to her family. Ryan got away with doing these things to young people for 4 years until he was eventually caught. The police alerted AM's parents after
What?
photos of their daughter were found in Ryan's possession. Even though Ryan was sentenced to 10 years, the problem goes deeper than just
10 years? I'm telling you, they need to bring back the electric chair. There's somebody in jail right now rotting. Well, they changed the laws now, but people would rot in jail for having like a toothpick of marijuana on them.
him. In 2019, AM filed a $22 million lawsuit against
Bring back
Omegle. On Omegle's
Alcatraz.
website, there's a notice that says, Preds have been known to use Omegle, so please be careful. They
They
acknowledge
just outright say it on the website?
that there are
Is that what? I'm not even laughing. It's just I'm laughing at the fact they just say it on the website. Like, yeah, well, first we got the obvious terms of service. You know, be kind to others, respect, don't hack into people's accounts. Also, there's sort of pedos on here. There's sort of pedos on here, so be careful.
bad people on their website, but nothing seems to be getting done. Talking
They
with
don't even
strangers can be
repent it, they just
fun,
say
but
it.
all it takes is one person to turn your life upside down. And sometimes it can even be someone you trust. The creep who got away. Popular YouTubers bring in thousands of people to Omegle every day. How, you might ask? Well, these YouTubers record their interactions with strangers on Omegle and post them on their YouTube channels. So their audience flocks to Omegle trying to match with them. If they're lucky, they might be that one stranger who appears on a YouTube video with millions of views.
My biggest fan. Reed, what's up?
Messi, what are you doing?
I'm looking for my biggest fan.
But here's the thing with YouTubers. Who they are on screen may not always reflect who they are in real life. Matching with your favorite YouTuber on Omegle is a positive experience, but as some fans soon found out, this isn't always the case. One of these Omegle YouTubers is Dragonova, a content creator who had over 600,000 followers on YouTube and TikTok. His content consists of him hijacking Omegle calls, usually leading to some laughs.
Watch out, there's a big black man. He's gonna jump scare you.
I'm still confused how this is even possible. I don't even know how this is possible to this day. I still don't understand
These
this.
videos exploded his channel, gaining him a ton of traction. But in January 2022, Dragonova vanished. He deleted his social media accounts after someone exposed his true colors. Dazed Woozy, another YouTuber who makes Omegle content, revealed Dragonova's inappropriate behavior in a Discord video call.
When he exposed his private parts on a Discord call.
We see it all the time. A YouTuber gets exposed, suffers backlash,
Oh my god. Oh my god. I thought for a second he was about to show it on here.
disappears from the spotlight. Except this time, it was different. Dragonova made a comeback. But what's surprising was that his fans were not upset. They forgave him and even welcomed him back with open arms.
Since then, he's been comfortably uploading on YouTube, and it seems like none of his audience actually cares.
I forgive you, dog. I know you didn't mean it, but I support you, my boy. This is clearly a child.
Give you, dog.
Because of the support, the man behind Dragonova started a new channel. Making the same content as before, this new channel would hit 100,000 subscribers again in November 2022. Other YouTubers have tried to raise awareness about his past, but Dragonova and his fans are acting like nothing ever happened. He even deleted his apology video where he openly admitted to committing the act. But I do believe—
Oh my god, okay. The only person close to his level is EDP. EDP never apologized though. This man, he just fucking deleted his shit. He just deleted it. He was like, all right, people understand, people forgot, and then deleted it.
That some people are capable of change. And I hope that Dragonova truly has. And he got lucky because to my knowledge, he wasn't punished by the law. But as you'll see in our next chapter, criminals don't always get away.
I get in trouble.
Coach Casey. This is Casey. What? Growing up, he loved baseball. As he got older, Casey's love for sports led him to becoming a coach. He worked as a volunteer coach for Minnesota's East Ridge High School's baseball team. Casey also became a part-time volleyball coach for another high school in the area. Before joining, he completed Minneapolis's child safety training program called VCWs, Protecting God's Children. Casey was a great coach, and the people who worked with him respected him a lot. But
oh my god, dude. The amount of horror stories I be hearing from girls and coaches, just the scariest thing ever. At my school, I never had a story like that, but at a school near my school, there was a story where one of the coaches was trying to do something with one of the girls, one of the cheerleaders, and it's just really scary.
People who worked with him respected him a lot, but Casey had dark secrets. Unknown to anyone else, Casey made friends with two girls on Omegle, Jaden and Grace. Jaden and Grace were on the site together when they met Casey. The girls hit it off with Casey and shared their contact information with him, and they started texting. Eventually, Casey invited them over to his house. On September 29th, 2014, he picked the girls up from volleyball practice, but that night, they never came home. Casey drove them to his house. He convinced the girls to enter through his basement door. At that moment, Jaden and Grace were suspicious, but felt that it was too late for them to back out. Listening to Casey, they fell into his trap. Casey locked them in his basement. The parents' girls were frantic over their missing daughters, but luckily, Casey forgot one important thing: their cell phones. Authorities were able to track the girls' locations through their cell phones. This led them right to Casey's house. Thankfully, the authorities arrived before it was too late. Faced with overwhelming evidence, Casey was sentenced to 11 years. So what—
Bruh, I'm never touching Omegle again. 11? Wait, what did they say?
Faced with overwhelming evidence, Casey was sentenced to 11 years.
Like I said, they just don't want to bring the electric chair back. You guys know when they put like, oh, 60 years or whatever, yeah, the person's obviously going to die in that jail cell. But nigga, just throw like a goofy ass number to scare people. Like put like 10,000 years. 10,000 years. 20,000 years. And I guarantee it's gonna drop by about 80 to 90%.
So what motivated Casey to do what he did? Through his own twisted logic, Casey convinced himself that the girls were from broken homes and he was doing them a favor. Casey seemed like an average person like you and me. It's just crazy to think, right, that someone that seems so completely normal on the surface could be capable of such things. But on Omegle, we haven't even scratched the surface of crazy yet. The crazy cat lady. Before you start searching
oh my god, I know about this.
For strangers on Omegle, you can set your interests. Let's say you type in cats. The site tries to pair you up with other people who are interested in cats. At least, that's how it's supposed to work. On April of 2020, Omegle users reported being matched with someone who physically harmed cats and showed them lifeless on screen. They call this person the crazy cat lady. The crazy cat lady would set her interest on Omegle to furry, targeting them with her shocking content. But she didn't just stop at Omegle. She knew that she was going viral, so she started her own TikTok account. On TikTok, she even posted her exact schedule to let people know when she would be online. With so many—
Bro, imagine how up of a person you have to be to set a schedule to harm little kitty cats. Set a schedule for you harming them. For people to hop on and see it like it's a Circus Soleil, a live show.
people scarred by the videos of this one woman, the internet wasn't going to let it go. Redditors and Discord users went on an online witch hunt. They gathered all the information they could find about the crazy cat lady and submitted the evidence to the authorities. And no one expected who was behind this. In July of 2022, the crazy cat lady was identified as Crystal, a veterinary student. Someone who was supposed to help animals but probably got into the veterinary field to do the opposite. When the police raided her home,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Oh my god, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I just knew she got arrested. It hits you different, especially when you do have like a pet like that. It's just that's so
to do the opposite. When the police raided her home, they found numerous
up, bro.
animal parts believed to belong to cats and dogs. She was found guilty in 2021 and sentenced to 30 months. I can't imagine how anyone can be happy doing what she did.
Wait. I didn't read it. Indiana? If you live in a state, you should be disappointed in yourself just for living in the state, just for the police department. 30 months? Niggas get locked up, like I said, for a toothpick of marijuana back then, for years. They're probably still there.
I can't imagine how anyone can be happy doing what she did. I have a dog and I would never do anything to hurt him. But in our next story, this unfortunate person saw something on their screen that was even worse than what the crazy cat lady did because it wasn't to an animal. It was done to a human. It's just a prank, bro. Prank videos.
Oh, I'm
Love
assuming,
or hate them.
I'd assume, honestly, a murder in GTA would happen on Omegle.
They're here to stay on YouTube. And sometimes it's really obvious when they're fake. But on Omegle, it's a lot harder to tell what's real or what's fake. The biggest difference between a YouTube prankster and an Omegle prankster is who gets to turn off the video. On YouTube, you can watch a video all the way through to see the entire prank. But on Omegle, a prankster doesn't always get the chance to tell the other person, it's just a prank, bro. The person you're pranking can click off before finding out it's fake. Omegle YouTubers like Something About Chickens come up with pretty creative pranks.
As you can see, class, there's actually a lot we can learn from this person. What? That's creepy.
Other pranksters push the envelope just a little bit.
Look behind you.
What do you mean?
Nah, why'd he do that? Why'd he do that?
They really got that man.
But what if
Yo, somebody's little 6-year-old cousin just saw a kidnapping. He's too pure for that? I swear, some kids just be oblivious. He's like, wow, they really got him.
Horrifying on Omegle, and it actually wasn't
that kid is definitely scarred from
that. On
that,
October 22nd, 2013, two friends were on Omegle. Colin, a U.S. Army reservist, and his friend Cherish. Allegedly, the two wanted to prank a stranger, so when the two matched with a stranger, Colin pulled out his firearm. Thinking that it was unloaded, he fired at his friend Cherish. That was a huge mistake because he ended Cherish's life. A detective said that
why the fuck would you even do that? This is what I say. People don't know gun safety. They have no clue about gun safety. Even when I was in Boy Scouts, when I was a kid and we had to do that, like they were just showing us because they show you in Scouts. Like they taught us all the safeties you're supposed to do.
That someone saw the gun discharged.
Or
there was
in
an
a different
active
planet?
chat going on. In the end, Colin pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 8 to 20 years. But till this day, no one knows who saw the incident that happened. No one except that unlucky stranger. And I can't imagine seeing that. We know from these stories that there are twisted people on Omegle, but the chances of you running into one of them has to be pretty low, right? Well, we tested this ourselves and the results are not what we hoped for. The disappointing experiment. So my team ran an experiment. I went on Omegle but didn't type any interests. Telling Omegle your interests helps specify the kind of people you want to meet. So by leaving it blank, the site can pair you with anyone. I left my computer on Omegle for 1 hour and recorded my screen. Within the first 5 minutes, I was already paired with a man doing things. Right after that was a screen advertising a website made for adults. In the span of 1 hour, I came across 11 saddening situations. And all of this was without typing in any interests. Omegle paired me with these users by default. Before you go on Omegle, you have to acknowledge that you are above 18, but the problem is anyone can check that box. According to the site's terms of service, you assume all risks, even if those risks arise from the negligence or carelessness of Omegle. Omegle.
Oh, that's the most up terms ever. No company would ever do that, where you go on it to actively use it, And like, imagine doing that. Imagine opening your iPhone, for example, right? You're just using it. Some hack happens to you on your phone, and it's like partially Apple's fault. And they're just like, damn. I mean, technically, if you look into terms of service, it's your fault. That's not my fault. That is all your fault. That is not my fault. Do not blame me. Oh, that is so terrible.
Wants to keep its hands clean, but this only ends up making the site dirty. Even though the site tells you that your video is being monitored, it doesn't stop anyone. Every time you go on Omegle, you put yourself at risk. Because the internet is a dangerous place, not just because of those who do evil, but because of those who look on and do nothing. If you see people online hurting others, report it. Helping one person might not change the world, but it could change the world for one person. Visual Venture. Wait, before you go, click this playlist right here to—
No, good video though. I'm gonna like it. Man, I didn't know it was that bad. I didn't know some of those stories. This is actually really good. That is okay. Look, let me just tell y'all, like, just don't be oblivious to things. Not discrediting anything that happened, but if a nigga's coming to you, telling you like, okay, meet me in this random abandoned crack house. Okay, open the door of the crack house. I can't be there. Oh, come to the very, very bottom floor of the crack house. Just use your ideas and thoughts. That story is just so sad. Congress should probably be worried about banning Omegle. These motherfuckers are worried about banning TikTok, right? Obviously, TikTok has its issues or whatever, but still, they're so worried about that. This website needs to be packed. They're actively saying like, yeah, damn, we made this website. You better get hacked. There's pedos here. You can press a button. There's no ID. You don't have to verify with your ID. Yeah, enjoy.